Hey guys, how's it going? It's Danconia here, and welcome back to the Overwatch Contenders Roundup. So, we've had week 4 now. Week 4! Week 4! There's only 1 week left of the regular season anyway. Let's start with our EU results, shall we? Yeah, let's do it. Sunday the 1st of April, we had Mosaic Esports taking on the Copenhagen Flames. I full and well predicted the Copenhagen Flames win for this one, and that's exactly what we got. Mosaic Esports picking up a map, but 3-1 was the result here. CIS Hope taking on the Young and Beautiful. I expected a CIS Hope win. That's what we got, 4-0 for CIS Hope. And then Eagle Gaming taking on the Bazooka Puppies. Again, no surprises here, Eagle Gaming winning this 4-0. In terms of the other group, this is where it gets interesting. Team Singularity taking on the Angry Titans. Now, I kind of thought this was like a game that Singularity could win, but they were comprehensively beaten by the Angry Titans 4-0. This is a big win for the Angry Titans, and we'll get onto it in a minute. Orcless and Hungry taking on that to disband. No surprises here that the Orcless and Hungry keep on their good form with a 4-0 over that to disband. And then the big match. The match we've probably all been waiting for. The Holders Giganti taking on British Hurricane. The you could call them the Smurf of London Spitfire. This was meant to be really close. I was expecting this to be a 5-mapper. It wasn't. Hurricane tore apart Giganti 4-0. Giganti just didn't have an answer for the British Hurricane. The Hurricane bounced back from a 4-0 loss to August and Hungary. Giganti are now on a 8-map loss streak. They got 4-0 last week and they got 4-0 this week. Now, looking at week 5 fixtures, we have on Sunday the April the 18th at 3 PM GMT, we have August and Hungary taking on the Angry Titans. This is a difficult one, right? But I will go for August and Hungary. Team Giganti at 5 PM versus Singularity. This is such a big match. This will determine who gets in the playoffs and who doesn't. I think it will be Giganti. I think it will be Giganti. They're just a bit too good. I think Giganti win that one. Again, Hurricane taking on that to disband at 7. That's probably going to be Hurricane again. It's a bit of a non-entity match, as we'll get into in a minute. The other group on Monday the 9th of April at 5 PM, we have Mosaic Esports taking on Eagle Gaming. Again, dead rubber fixture. We can expect Eagle Gaming to win it. This is the big fixture at 7 PM. Bazooka Puppies taking on the Young and Beautiful. The winner of this gets the playoff spot. And I don't know who's going to win it. I honestly don't know. No idea who's going to win this. Crazy. I don't know. I don't know. I couldn't predict it. Hey, Gut says Bazooka Puppies, so Bazooka Puppies. There you go. CIS Hope taking on the Copenhagen Flames at 9. A bit of a dead rubber fixture, but I think this will be the CIS Hope winning this in a very close game. Now, why are some of these dead rubbers, you might ask? This is because these fixtures, the results we have this week, have secured some playoff spots for people. Hence, table comes up. Yes, first time, right? 3 teams from each group are unassailable now. These are August and Hungary, British Hurricane, and Angry Titans for Group A, Eagle Gaming, CIS Hope, and Copenhagen Flames for Group B. These 6 teams will definitely feature in the playoffs. Giganti and Singularity, Young and Beautiful, and Bazooka Puppies are still to be decided, and that's a disband, and Mosaic Esports will not make it. They will not make it, they cannot make it, it's mathematically impossible. So we're definitely seeing those 6 teams in our playoffs. Now we move on to NA. So, NA. What have we got, North America? Toronto Esports taking on the Grizzlies. 4-0 for Toronto. What a surprise. Toronto are looking really strong right now. With the addition of Cruz, it's just made them better. It's just made them better, dudes. Toronto have secured a playoff place. With this, and Grizzlies are still in it. They are still in it, but it's going to be tough. Mayhem Academy taking on the XL2 Academy. 3-1 for the XL2, keeping them in the hunt for a playoff spot. These two still have to play pretty well next week to make sure that they guarantee themselves a playoff spot, because they are not guaranteed right now. Then we had last night's leftovers taking on the Gladiators Legion. Gladiators beat them 4-0 and seal up their spot in playoffs. So, moving on to the other group. NRG Esports taking on Simplicity. NRG finally pick up that win that they really needed. This keeps them in the hunt, because this could have changed a lot of things for NRG. 3-1 for the NRG Esports. Bye-week taking on Fusion University. No surprises here. This seals Bye-week and Fusion University's fate. Fusion will be in the playoffs. Bye-week are out. 4-0 for Fusion. And Envision taking on the Optic Academy. Optic Academy have not been as good as I thought they'd be. They lose 3-2 to Envision. Envision secure their place in the playoffs for NA. Now, moving on to next week, there's still a lot to play for next week. More than there is in EU. Sunday, April the 18th at 10 o'clock GMT at night. 2200 hours, whatever. Gladiators Legion taking on Grizzlies. I'd expect a Gladiators win here. This would seal Grizzlies' fate. Last night's leftovers taking on the XL2 Academy. I think we will probably see an XL2 Academy win here, but you never know. If XL2 win, they get the playoff spot. Mayhem versus Toronto. Now, this is interesting because Toronto already have their spot right, whereas Mayhem don't. And if Mayhem lose and somehow Grizzlies beat the Gladiators Legion, it suddenly makes everything a bit hairy. Just a little bit hairy. But I would expect a Toronto win. And if it goes like that, Mayhem, XL2, Gladiators and Toronto will be the playoffs. In the other group, Optic Academy take on Simplicity at midnight on April the 11th. I would expect an Optic Academy win and they will seal their playoff spots, but you never know. 2 AM you have Envision taking on Fusion. These are both in the playoffs. It's going to be very close, I would imagine. I think Fusion might squeeze a win out of it. And Bye-week taking on NRG. I think we have to expect an NRG Esports win here. Bye-week still have not won a map. Still not won a map. And that means NRG will be the team to pick up the last playoff spot, leaving Simplicity out in the cold. And now we can also see that table. But the table as it currently stands. So Toronto on top. Gladiators in second. In Group A, those two are definitely in the playoffs. Then you have XL2 and Mayhem Academy, very tight. And then you have Grizzlies and last night's leftovers looking from the outside in. On Group B, you have Fusion and Envision at the top, both sealing their playoff spots. Optic Academy and NRG, very close in the middle. And then you have Simplicity, who are the only ones who can achieve a playoff spot outside of the playoff spots now. And then Bye-week at the bottom, with that 0-16 map record. 0-4, out of it completely. So, it's going to be very interesting. This is going to be the last fixtures, as far as I know. Although it does say week 6 on the match schedule. I'm not quite sure what that's about. But it's getting very interesting. Very interesting. Week 5 seals it up, and then we get into playoffs, and that's where it's all going to start getting very interesting. And suddenly, Group A starts playing Group B, and we might get some interesting results. But, for now, thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you liked it, give it a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next video. See you then!